What's going on, y'all? It is another beautiful morning out here on the Gulf Coast. We are headed out to this bridge right here today, and the target is going to be sheepshead. I'm hearing reports that sheepshead are starting to ease back in. This is going to be our first sheepshead trip of the year, but you really never know what you're going to catch. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that are on these bridges. I mean, we've caught giant black drum, bull reds, flounder. Everything eats the bait that we're using, which is going to be fiddler crabs, the bait of choice. But yeah, so we're just going to get out here and drop around this bridge, see what happens. That's the bait we got right there. Healthy little bucket of fiddler crabs. Got 4 dozen this morning. So we'll go ahead and rig up or drop down on these pilings, and hopefully we can find them pretty soon. But we're going to start a little shallower, about 4 to 6 foot of water, and if we're not picking anything up, we're just going to ease on down. The bridge gets down to about 12-15 feet down towards the middle, and that's pretty much the deal. We got our first crab rigged up, about to go ahead and drop them down. I will talk about my entire setup a little bit later on, so we can just find them first. Oh, I think we might have one on. Yep, we're getting bit. We got one. Got him. Oh, come on out, come out, come out. First fish of the morning. What do we got? A sheep. Is that a sheep's head? No, puppy drum. All right, well, there we go. First fish of the morning, just working down these pilings. I got to this one as soon as I dropped down, started feeling my line getting thumped a little bit. I knew it didn't feel like a sheep's head. Turned out being the little black drum right here. So this is what we call a puppy drum. A lot of people confuse these with sheep's head because you see the stripes on it. They look very, very similar at a young age, but you can tell that how that dorsal fin kind of sticks up the way it does right there. A sheep's head just got one continuous fin. You also got this hump on the head, and then on the bottom side you're going to kind of see these whiskers right here. So those are kind of some ways that you can tell whether it's a black drum or a sheep's head. Go ahead and let this guy go, get back in here, try to find us a sheep's head. We just rigged up another crab, getting ready to drop down. You can kind of see how this crab's got the big claw right there, and I like to put my hook coming out the side of that crab, and I put that hook on the side that the big claw is on, because a lot of times if you put the hook on the other side of that crab will claw and grab onto the hook and kind of foul up around your line a little bit. So your hookup ratio will be a little bit better if you put that hook on the same side as the big claw. All right, let's do it again. Got him, got him. All right, well, this is the intended species. So there's definitely sheep's head on the bridge, but this guy is a micro sheep's head. This might be one of the smallest sheep's head we hook of the year. All right, buddy, get bigger. We'll see you. Oh man, I knew that one was tiny. All right, I'm gonna have to throw on like this side of the bridge because of the current. Oh, got him. Come on. Got him. That's a better one. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Come on. That's a good fish. Come around. Ah, got me way out of. Yeah, stud. Stud fish, y'all. I mean, a giant. What a giant. Ah, I got him all hooked funny. There he goes. Woo! First good one. Oh, come here. Don't get off. What a stud sheep's head, y'all. Come here. Yeah! Whoa! My goodness. Let's go, y'all. Whew! Unreal. Well, that is what we came out here for. Whew, I might have to change my leader up after that one. I thought this fish was going to get me in that bridge, and by the grace of God, we got him out of there. Y'all, look at that stud right there. Just beautiful. Beautiful colors on her. Nice gold, purple, beautiful stripes. And y'all, look at the teeth on the inside of that joker right there. You do not want to slip up and let one of these guys get a hold of one of your fingers. We're gonna go ahead and pop this guy on a measuring board real quick. Real curious to see what she goes. She's long, man. Yeah, that fish right there, 22.5 inches, y'all. That is a stud sheep's head. We are going to be keeping today. We're not going to keep a whole lot, just what we need. So we will be putting this girl in the box. So yeah, let's go ahead and put her in the box, rig up, drop back down, see if we can do this again. All right, let's get back in here, throw back along this piling, see if we can get one more of that size. That was incredible. Never really expect these fish to be around this bridge like right now, because heck, we still have 90-degree days. It hasn't even gotten cold yet. And you know, most people think that you gotta fish these bridges and stuff for these sheep's head in the winter time only, and that's just not the case. They're actually here year round, but in the winter time they just get super thick and stacked up. I got one biting it. He let go of it. Yeah, they just stack up in here in the wintertime, but they are here year round. Got him. Eat it. Got him. Doesn't feel like nothing big. Now that is another little tiny puppy drum. All right. We're going 1 for 1 on puppy drum and sheep's head. 2 puppy drum, 2 sheep's head. Now on these puppy drum, I don't believe there's a size limit on them, and they're actually really good to eat around that 18 to 22 inch range. But this guy obviously is a little too small. See, dude, we have only been at it for about 20 minutes now, and we're hooking up almost on every drop on these pilings. But check it out real quick. I know I've asked y'all this question before, but we get new viewers all the time. I'd love for y'all to comment down in the comment section where y'all are from. I just love seeing the different areas that people are tuning in from, and then also comment what your favorite species is. I'd love to see that as well. But yeah, let's get back to the action, drop back down, see if we can get us another one. Got him. Got him. That might be another good one. Yeah, staying down. Come on up. Yeah, oh, that's a good one. That's a good fish to get out from the bridge. There we go. There we go. Got him out of danger. Come on. Good digs. Strong fish. Oh. Another solid sheep's head. Definitely not as big as the last one. Probably an 18-incher though. All right, well that right there is sheep's head number 2. We might keep us another one, but I'm gonna hold tight for a little bit bigger one. I'm not gonna take a whole lot of fish back to the house today. It's just gonna be me eating them. So we're gonna let that beautiful guy go. No need in keeping more than we can eat. My wife is out of town this week, so it's just me at the house. So the goal is put a couple of sheep's head in the box, but if I'm gonna keep them, I'm gonna make sure they're a little bit bigger. Going back down. The bite is picking up. I am getting robbed a lot, but what I found is that I'm dropping all around all these pilings, and for whatever reason on all of these sets, the bite is coming right between these back 2 pilings where you've seen me dropping at. It might have something to do with the current or something, but it just seems like the sheep's head are stacking more in this area. Got him. Got him. Oh, now he's coming at me now. I thought that one was gonna be a good one. He had one good little dig. Come here, dude. All right. That is what, sheepshead number 4? Fish number 6. Chill, bro. All right, see you, dude. Bye-bye. A little bit deeper water here. Oh, we're already on. Got him. That was weird. He swam away from the bridge. That's because it's a puppy drum. Tell you what, these black drum must have just had some sort of hatching or something. We don't normally catch this many small puppy drum on these bridges. See you, dude. Got him. Got him. Come here. Come here. Get off the bridge. Oh no. There we go. Come here. All out of position here. Got me. That's a good one. That's another good sheepshead. Come here. Come on, buddy. Yeah. That's a solid 18, 19 incher right there. Let's go. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this just gets me pumped up right here. I don't think there's an easier fish to target than sheepshead. Especially if you've had a tough go at it flounder fishing and everything else. You go sheepshead fishing, you can get a little bit of confidence back. All right, well that right there is another beautiful, beautiful sheepshead. Go ahead and let this guy go too. We'll see you, dude. Go on and get just a little bit bigger. I'll come back for you. Bye-bye. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the setup that I'm using real quick. Now, this is a setup that's a little bit bigger than what I would normally use for sheepshead, but in these warmer months, the black drum just are loaded all over this bridge, so I did want something that I could crank those black drum out of there as well as the sheepshead. Just take a note that going lighter is going to equal more bites and better bites. So with that being said, the rod that we're using is a Daiwa Coastal SP Surf. Love this rod for all of my bigger stuff, my near shore stuff. And then the reel that I'm using is a Shimano Stratic 5000. I do have 30-pound mainline braid to a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. Now, I'm gonna show y'all the weights and the hooks that I'm using here. So these are Gamakatsu octopus hooks, size number 2. In my opinion, these are the best hooks on the market for sheepshead. And then currently I'm using 3 of these bullet weights. These are a number 4 bullet weight. Y'all see the wind and the current is having to, cause me to use 3 of these to make sure that I'm getting down and staying down. But the lighter, the better. So if you can get away with 1 or maybe even none, depending on where you're at, just know that going lighter is going to equal more bites. That feels like a sheepshead. Let's see. Nah, another drum. That are small sheepshead. A little bit bigger of a drum. He's drumming too. That's the first one we caught that actually is drumming on us. A little bit darker in color. See, dude. All right, so we are back at the house now. Wind picked up like crazy out there, but not before we were able to get on some decent fish. Caught several sheepshead and baby puppy drum. But this is the one guy that we got to take to the house right here. And it is a good one. It's gonna be plenty to feed me. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I clean these fish. We'll go on the back porch, whip it up, and have us a really good lunch. All right, so we've already got one side of this fish filleted off right here. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I fillet a sheepshead. And so whenever I'm starting with my sheepshead, most of the time you're gonna see me come at an angle and get under those scales. Well, on a sheepshead, they have a pocket right here next to their fins. and it's nice and soft right next to that. So what I do is just come in right there. That way I don't have to get my knife all dull from the scales. I can just come in right there and get started on it. Just like that. Now, just like most fish, we're gonna go ahead and outline all the way up to that head right there. All the way to right there. And then we'll turn back, go back down, and outline it. All the way till we get close to the back. And then we'll just poke that knife all the way through. And just like that. So now that we kind of got it outlined and opened up, all we got to do, knock some scales off there, and then just work that fillet all the way on up, staying nice and tight to the bones till you get to the rib cage. Y'all got any questions about the knife I'm using? This is the Sword 9-inch medium flex fillet knife. It is the best fillet knife that I've ever owned, and I would highly recommend it. And boom, that right there is our sheep's head fillet. Now, as you can see on our fish right here, all that meat is gone through there, got the bottom side. All of this is nothing but insides, guts, and rib cage, so nothing there. Now, last thing we got to do is just remove our meat from the skin. Just like always, we're going to pinch down right there, get started, and start making our swipes. And I don't claim to be the best fish filleter in the world. Obviously, I'm not. I'm not very fast, but I get a lot of requests to clean these fish for y'all. I just kind of take my time. I do the best that I can. And that right there is our second fillet. As you see, this is the first fillet we got right here. And the only thing I'm going to be using is my upper loins. So I will take this off and put it in the fridge for something a little bit later on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. No meat left on the skin right there. Go ahead, I'm gonna finish cleaning this up, and I'll see y'all on the back porch. All right, so we're on the back porch now, getting ready to whip up this meal. We're gonna be making a little bit of a sheep's head seafood pasta today, kind of in the mood for just building, yeah, a pasta. So it's gonna come together really easy. These are the ingredients that we got. We got obviously our sheep's head right there. We got some chopped bacon, and we got one medium Vidalia onion, as well as a little bit of mushrooms. We got some seafood seasoning, which is Chef Paul Prudhomme's, really good stuff. And then some heavy whipping cream, along with the noodles that I have going on inside, and I'll be using linguine for that. So, all right, let's get after it. Over here on the burners, I just got my skillet going, and the first thing that I'm gonna do while my heat is climbing there is I'm just gonna go ahead and get my bacon going. So I wanna cook my bacon down so I can use that bacon grease to kind of blacken that sheep's head a little bit. So we'll get our bacon going there, get it cooked down and nice and crispy, and I will come back with y'all when it's done. While our bacon is cooking down, I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning up our sheep's head. And just like that, make sure we get both sides coated real good. That bacon's only gonna take a few minutes, but that'll give a little extra time for that seasoning to kind of get absorbed in the fish. And we'll make sure I save a little bit of this seasoning for our sauce. Be putting a little bit in there as well. All right, bacon is looking nice and cooked down, crispy like. Gonna go ahead and pull it off and throw it over on a paper towel so I can drain a little bit of that grease off of it. Now it's time for the star to show. We got a good coating of bacon grease down in there. And we're just gonna put that fish down. And we're not gonna give it a flip until we start to see that color really climb through that fish. Probably 2 to 3 minutes on each side, something like that, depending on your level of heat. All right, fish is looking like we're ready to flip. Oh yeah, man, that is smelling amazing. Sheepshead is one of my favorite inshore fish to eat of all time. Such a clean tasting fish. Yeah, that is just about ready. The fish is looking about ready, nice and flaky. Yeah, got some linguine right here. It's all ready to go, and I'm just gonna put this fish right on top of it. All we got left to do now is build us a sauce, and we're ready to eat. That one right in the middle right there. It's already looking good. I could eat that just like it is, but the sauce is gonna take it to the next level. All right, starting with our sauce, we want that pan just like that with all those nice little crusties, crispies left in there. Don't clean your pan, leave it like it is. A little bit of leftover bacon grease, a little bit of seasoning stuck on the pan. All that is gonna lift up and just build a real nice flavor. So, going in with that onion right now, and we're also gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of sliced or diced mushrooms, however you like them. And probably just gonna eyeball it, something like that. That ain't too crazy. And we just wanna cook all that down right there. We're just gonna keep tossing and turning until we get at least these mushrooms. Those onions are just about ready, but I do want those mushrooms to cook down just a little bit to where they're nice and soft. Break them up just a little bit, help them cook a little faster. But you can also see that brown kind of color, that golden color. A lot of that is that seasoning that's lifted off the pan. And you see there's really nothing left stuck to the bottom of the pan because the oils that came out of these onions and what was left over from that bacon, we just kind of scraped it up. And now it's just adding a lot of flavor to this dish. Then a nice little touch, I did not mention this when I was talking about the ingredients, but we got some garlic paste. Now if you got some fresh garlic, some minced garlic, you can use that as well. But everything's a little bit better with some garlic, just like that bacon. So garlic paste in, and we're just gonna continue to kind of mix that up. Now we're just about done with this because we don't want to burn that garlic. Burnt garlic does not taste good to anybody. So just gonna kind of mix that up, cook it for just a second, and we're gonna move on to the next step. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of heavy whipping cream. Go ahead and in with the whole pint. There we go. And from there, we are gonna go ahead and kill our heat. I may reintroduce that heat because I'm gonna want that to thicken up a little bit, but what I don't wanna do is just spill stuff everywhere. Oh my goodness, that'd be all right. What I don't wanna do is just boil the crap out of it, right? I wanna kinda cook it a little bit slow. At this point, we're just gonna kinda simmer it so it can thicken up a little bit. And while that's kind of thickening up, we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit more of our seafood seasoning. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but you don't have to use what I'm using, Chef Perdon. If you want to use Tony's or whatever you got, you know, it doesn't matter. This is just what I prefer. And one of our last steps, we're going to go ahead and reintroduce our bacon back in there. And we're just going to mix that up. And as soon as we get to the desired thickness, it's gonna be ready to go. All right, well, we are just about finished here. We're gonna go ahead, take this sauce, and we're gonna scoop it right on over the top of our fish and noodles. All right, we are ready to dive in. All right, well, this is our mountainous seafood pasta right here. Definitely more than I could probably eat in one sitting. But yes, also why I only kept one of those fish is because I knew that it would be enough. But anyways, there's a couple of things that you could do to still elevate this dish a little bit further. One would be to add a little bit of citrus, some lemon juice to it. You could also sprinkle on some parsley to it. You could add a little bit of white wine to give it a little bit of extra bite. There's a lot of things you can do to it. You can thicken it up, make it more of a gravy with a roux. But anyways, this is how we made it. It has come together nicely, and it is time to do the only thing that there is left to do, and that is to go in for a bite for y'all. So here we go. Get a little bit of that sheep's head. Look how that just flaked right there. Beautiful flakiness fish. Flakiness fish. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so tired. But that is absolutely killer. My goodness. If y'all are a pasta enthusiast, that sauce is on point. Fish is good, but that sauce is on point. If y'all are noodle enthusiasts, pasta enthusiasts, y'all got to try this. This is absolutely killer. Probably top 5 dishes I've put here on the channel. This is definitely one for y'all to make. But that's pretty much it for today's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.